with it right. Here with who I started with, we something like a Spartan. It's going hard regardless. I'm from the 826 plus 5. Mo bitches, H1 Central Coast, mob and suicide. Alex arsonist. I step in the booth and cast, I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music, I work hard at this.
That's right, and we're back. Beautifully in the raza. It's Friday. We did it. We made it to the end of another week. To all my blue-collar, hardworking raza, man. Agarra una pinche modelo. Chill, kick back. This is the Chicano channel. We're going to go through some formalities. We'll open up the phone lines and do what we does. You know what I mean? But before we do that, yes, we are going to be talking about Tommy Gunz. We'll get into Rich Rabbit. We're going to get into King Neeko. Because no matter what we do, it seems like we can't get the street politics away from streaming. I don't know, but it is what it is. We'll talk about the King Neeko situation. And also, I want to go ahead and do a reaction over to Cali Media's Legends video that he did. But first, let's go through the formalities before we kick off this Friday. Maybe you're getting off of work right now. Maybe you're grabbing a pinche chela. That's the thing, man. You know, it's something about this pinche Mexican Heritage Month. And shit, it's Mexican Heritage Month all the way from Septiembre all the way to Dia de los Magos Reyes, you know what I mean? So grab some champurrado, tamales, or something in the air. So just should be feeling a little bit proud right now. You know what I mean? This is our time right now, cabrones. So anyway, let's go through the formalities before we kick off into anything, Chicano reactions and everything else that we do, which is gracias all the day oneers. Everyone inside the members only, the backbone of the community. I highly appreciate the members only. They're the ones that show their support with something 99 every single month. They have exclusive access, VIPs to every single pinche pelea that we have right here. Content creator series of fighting. They're VIPs there. So shout out to the members only. And then shout out to all the Chicano channels. You already know who you are, man. So give a shout out to Hood Stocks and Hater World, American Cholo, No Paperwork Podcast. Shout out to Chemo's Flicks, the general, the YouTube Yarda. Speaking of that, I seen someone that posted, you know, someone that's been making videos all week long. And this week, you know, it doesn't feel real. It feels kind of surreal. You know what I mean? I've been listening to oldies all week and remembering my brother Rascal. But Chemo posted something in the community page. There is still these scumbag, dirtbag, low-life pieces of shit podcasters that are benefiting from my brother's passing. They're going to do what they do. It's just a public service announcement. We're just here to fucking let you know who these motherfuckers are, right? Steer clear of these motherfuckers. They're showing fake love, fake empathy. But to my brother Rascal, who's resting in peace, he left a great legacy, man. To Mama Mason, you should be very, very, very proud of your son and the legacy that he left. And the Chemo that posted that one, yeah, some of these dudes are just dirtbag pieces of shit, man. They can't wait for you to pass away because all you are for them is just $1. But anyways, let's go ahead and finish off the formalities. But first, we already got the comment section popping off. Egypt says, Dubs told. I know he told. That's without a shadow of a doubt, right? I actually think for the first time, he might change his character just a little bit. A little bit, not a lot. I actually think for the first time, he might not start trying to check motherfuckers, knowing that he was scared and asked for a protective custody van to be able to go to his protective custody court dates. But it is what it is, right? Boy Aguilar, I see you, my boy. Raider Tommy, LA General, is in the house. Nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing happens in LA without Raider Tommy being inside that mix. All right, so again, shout out to you guys. This is your channel. If you're new to the channel, if you barely subscribed over to the channel, hey, I appreciate you, man. I'll give you a little bit of backstory, man. I'm just a small-town Chicano, man, from East Salinas, born in the 93905. I'm born in the Alisal district all of my life, and I'm still there. We turned the negative over into the positive now. Now we're doing the good because all the bad's already been done. So that's who I am, and I appreciate you. If this is your pinche salsa, if this is your sazon, hey, you could hit that thumbs up. I appreciate the thumbs up. You could also hit the chinga tu madre, the thumbs down. That's cool as well. And if you appreciate any of the videos that I do, I would also appreciate if you crept up over there on the video at the bottom of it, next to the like, there's a hype button. I guess you hit that hype button. it lets me know actually as a streamer that that's the content that you want. So anytime you hit the hype button on a particular video, I'm going to keep going down that pinchy rabbit hole. Absolutely. So that's what I'm going to do with the hype button. I'm going to use it as an analytic. So all the videos that get hyped up, we're going to keep staying consistent on that content. You know, it seems like when my brother Josh passed away, man, you guys know this to be true. I'm not putting I'm not faking the funk. I'm as real as $100 bill. I ain't faking the funk. My content has always been, hey, whatever my content has been, right? We talk about brown issues, primarily brown issues, right? But man, when these babosos that are taking advantage of that situation, I've been going in. It's like the fucking green light. You know what I mean? The green light went down on these babosos, and it's hot, man. The YouTube Yarda's hot, man. I think I'm the only podcaster podcasting with a pinche fierro in his hand. You know what I mean? That's how hot it is right now. You got a podcast with a pinche fierro in your hand. It's been wild. It's been crazy. But anyone can get it, man. No one's off limits. But yeah, it's that week. I've been off a little bit all week, man. Just thinking of my brother Raskizi. And then here we are going into the weekend. But anyways, yeah, we're going to stay on their helmet. That's for sure. I've been dropping videos on that. So I appreciate you guys. If you like the content, again, you could hit that hype button, and that hype button is what's going to let me know what you guys want to hear and how we're going to go ahead and continue to get it cracking. I think I'm going to go ahead and just put up the phone number. I don't want to wait. At any time you guys want to call in, let me make sure I got it set up. Let me set up the phone calls just in case anyone wants to call in. If you want to give, this is not the official tribute. I actually want to do an official tribute to my brother Raskizi with some música right here, but just with some chelas, just with some frias, you know what I mean? Just drink some pisto right here with you guys and hear some rolas. Okay, let me make sure. Let me see if this is on. Let me get the Bluetooth activated. Okay, it says connected. Okay, it says connected like the mob. Okay, and then. Okay. So the phone calls are ready to go. All right, so yeah, man, let's go ahead and just get straight into it, man. Why wait? I appreciate everyone that's already tuning in. Alto Impact, that's right. Lazy Lokes, that's right, my boy. I appreciate you, man. Rob Venegas, que hable contigo, way. Garden City's definitely in the Casa Idaho. That's right, my boy. That's right. Bam Bam says holding legs. Órale, que hable contigo. I seen that last one that you just dropped right now. He said Warlord of the PCs. Bro, it's like in California, podcasting is a little bit different, man. It's a little bit pinchy different, man. Hey, but I like the creative ideas, Bam. Welcome to the YouTube Yarda. I'm probably one of the only streamers that has a pinchy fierro in his hand. Who do I trust? My fierro, that's who. You know, this motherfucker won't backstab me. Anyways, but you never know, huh? They could stick it right into pinchy espalda, the same people. All right, so the phone lines are up. We're going to kick this thing off maybe 2 or 3 hours. Let's go ahead and do some Chicano reactions. I'll go ahead and crack it off this way. Here we go. Let's see what we get into first. Of course, we titled it exactly what we're going to be talking about. I just don't know which situation is first, man. Well, let's go over to Southern California. We had a rapper named Tommy Gunz. He hit the couch over at the food community. He had a lot to say. Look, unless you've been under a rock, you don't know that there's beef, okay? There's beef between the food community. Well, I don't want to say that. I want to say it's between the All Facts podcast and, of course, the hater world, right? They got beef in it. It's getting a little bit messy now. It's kind of getting messy because you kind of take this shit to the limit, and what you don't want to do is get the streets involved in it. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. You don't want to do that because it's YouTube at the end of the day. What the fuck are we trying to do here, man? We're on YouTube shooting the shit over here. But there's shooting shots. The only thing I think there's still communication over between the hater world and over with Top Fu, Rich Homie Juan. I think there's still communication over there. I've been watching more Hater World than I have All Facts. I'm subscribed over to All Facts. It's all good. It's actually very, very entertaining. But sometimes the fucking cheerleading is a little bit too much because I think about it like this. You know what I mean? Me, when I have my own personal parties at the Chante, you know, anytime people come over is men and women, right? Of course. And the men hang out with the men. The women hang out with the women. The reason we don't fucking mix it and have the men hanging out with the women is because then the men are going to pick up female tendencies, right? And some of the female tendencies is being fucking chismosos, right? There's a difference between being a chismoso and you're a content creator. You're just speaking content, right? So anyways, it's getting a little bit chismoso over there where it's like every single thing that gets said has to cause giggles and cheerleading and giggling laughter. And that's where I'm kind of like, okay, cálmate, güey. Okay, some of us, okay, aren't fucking 15 years old. Cálmase. But anyways, there's no love between them. But this is a report coming from Culture Uncensored, which I believe is a Hater World page. Let's go ahead and get into it. Tommy Gunz says the top 3 rappers in Cali are Peso, Lefty Gunplay, he says 1, and 3, Tommy Gunz, and claims that the big people are calling all 3 rappers for money. Well, let's check it out, man.
Cali.
Damn.
In Cali, I say Cali.
Me?
Yeah, you?
If I'm keeping the G, I'll say me probably number 3 though.
Okay, let's keep it gangster.
Okay.
I'll say me number 3. Number 1, Mexican putting on right now.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear the last clip. Watch this.
A lot of people hearing this.
I'm gonna say it. Everyone is seeing this, and I'm gonna say it straight up. I'm a contributor to the cause. Can you fool say that? Nothing. I'm straight. Like, come on now. Everything's good. It is a good thing. If you're in the streets, yes, it's a good thing.
People like fans hearing this are gonna trip out. Was like, no way, bro. Is saying it's a good thing. How is it a good thing? People who don't have the same mindset.
Because you're in the streets. Like those fools that are having that mindset are not in the streets for real. They don't have.
Okay, hold on. It's funny. I'll tell you why this is funny. Maybe I might be the only one laughing at this, but I'll tell you why this is funny. He's on the All Facts podcast, right? Shout out to Compa Raider, shout out to Prime, shout out to Top Fu, and anyone else that's behind the scenes over there, engineers and all that shit, right? But I wanted to play this one because there is 4 clips and he talks about the rap shit. Yeah, the rap shit's cool, but I don't want to talk about the rap shit. This is what I wanted to talk about. When you're in the presence of people that don't know street shit, right? Don't have a street IQ. Maybe they didn't come up on the streets and did all the unfortunate things that lead, that are a result of being in the streets, which is doing time, catching a bus, CDC numbers, etc., right? Programming, all this other shit. Top Fu said to Tommy Gunz, he goes, let's just see it one more time. I want you to hear it. I want you to hear it. And then I'm going to break it down. I want you to hear it here. Hear this.
Who's could be famous on this internet, but whenever you hit that county jail, who's famous? No rapper ass fool, the fool that really like who's contributing to the cause the most. Who's famous in jail? You could be famous as fuck. You could be Justin Bieber right now and go to jail, and then what? There's fools in the walls right now that's been locked up for years. Those are the famous fools. When you go to jail, then who's famous? Who's famous in jail? Big gente, the fools that got the most points, doing this and that. So all this rap shit don't matter. This interview right now that I'm speaking, this shit don't matter.
A lot of people hearing this.
I'm gonna say it. Everyone is seeing this, and I'm gonna say it straight up. I'm a contributor to the cause. Can you fool say that? Nothing. I'm straight. Like, come on now. Everything's good. It is a good thing. If you're in the streets, yes, it's a good thing.
People like fans hearing this are gonna trip out. Was like, no way, bro. Is saying it's a good thing. How is it a good thing? People who don't have the same mindset.
Because you're in the streets. Like those fools that are having that mindset are not in the streets for real. They don't have that eye on them. They don't have that attention. Like fools could be famous on this internet, but whenever you hit that county jail, who's famous? No rapper ass fool, the fool that really like who's contributing to the cause the most. Who's famous in jail? You could be famous as fuck. You could be Justin Bieber right now and go to jail, and then what? There's fools in the walls right now that's been locked up for years. Those are the famous fools. When you go to jail, then who's famous? Who's famous in jail?
Why is everyone quiet?
The fools that got the most points, doing this and that.
Why is everyone
quiet?
All
this rap shit don't matter. This interview right now that I'm speaking, this shit don't matter.
Why is everyone quiet? Oh man. So basically he was saying, hey, about the cause, I'm a contributor to the cause, pushing the cause. And then Top Fool's like, oh, well, how is, something negative? How is something that's seen as negative? How are the people that are going to hear you say something, the cause, which I don't know, however you want to interpret it. How is that a positive? How is that a good thing? And he's saying, well, you ain't really in the streets to know it. You got to be in the streets to know that if you're participating in the street shit, if you're participating, you're following it by the letter, the G code, which is complete the mission. don't abandon ship, complete the mission, or do what you got to do. Especially don't tell or go out ass backward or get some dirty or weirdo shit on you. But it was funny during this exchange of conversation between Tommy Gunz and everyone. All of a sudden, everyone got quiet. And I was like, this is because now you got a street individual, and he's amongst people that aren't street individuals. Now, I'm not saying that to make fun. I'm not fucking capping. I'm not shooting shots. Absolutely not. This is a perfect prime example of when you get a street guy and he's amongst people that aren't street guys. And he's got to let them know, well, what do you mean? No. People that see it that way aren't under the code. Anyway, I thought that was an interesting one, but I want to see what the comment section says. Oh, man, we got a super chat over here. I appreciate the super chat. I want to see if I can see it. Where's the super chat right here? Xenoblaze, I appreciate you, man. He says, R.I.P. to Raskizi, man. I send mines over from the 559. I appreciate you, my boy. Gracias, man. I appreciate it. Gracias for that super chat, man. Absolutely. I've been just thinking about them all week, man. And then these babosos that are on the internet, I think I'm going to stay on their helmet. You know what I mean? I think I'm going to stay on their helmet because of what they're doing. They're trying to capitalize on that. Telly, I appreciate you, cabron. He says, Telly, is Denise mad at you? I don't know what's going on. Come contigo, way. That's right, little mafia. Come contigo, way. What's up with you? All right, let's keep it pushing, man. I thought this was interesting, so let's keep it going. That was a good little exchange. When people from the street hear street things, I don't really know how to respond. Well, this came across the headlines right over here. Here we go. Let's listen to Duno.
Hispanic like characters that they can't touch. Make like a white person.
Ain't nobody Mexican, homie.
That nigga Hector.
Hector.
The one that play the same in every movie.
Yeah, that nigga that's in all the movies named Hector ain't Mexican.
His name is Hector in all the movies, bro.
What is he?
He's not Mexican?
Hey, you talking about the gangbanger
That nigga that's in every movie.
He's not Mexican.
I think he's Jewish.
He's not Jewish. He's not Jewish.
Ain't no fucking way.
His name is Hector in every movie.
Yes, he Mexican.
Ain't no fucking way.
He played in Training Day. He played in the gang.
What's his last name?
Noel.
Oh, he's not Mexican?
Wow.
What is he?
That nigga's Mexican, bro.
Not Mexican, fool.
What race is he?
I think he might be like some type of Middle Eastern.
Wow. Italian and Mexican.
Y'all ain't playing niggas.
You a hater, bro.
Nah, you know what it is? That's his community hate because they ain't getting the acting roles. So they hating on each other.
That's no job.
Yeah, they taking the job. It's only him.
You could play that fool though.
Yeah, I want to play him.
No, you too fat.
Paid too, huh? How much he worth?
He too fat is crazy.
I don't want to be a gangbanger in every movie.
I mean, but he do
What
got
was
some
that movie
legendary
you
roles.
watched? That motherfucker was good.
He do got some legendary roles though.
Yeah, he do.
Hell yeah. I'm talking about Mexican token. I don't know.
All right, they're milking it out.
Like characters that they can't touch.
Ain't
Make like a white person.
Ain't nobody Mexican, homie.
That nigga Hector.
Hector.
The one that play the same in every movie.
Doing it.
Yeah, that nigga that's in all the movies named Hector ain't
His
Mexican.
name is Hector in all the movies, bro.
What is he?
He's not Mexican?
Hey, you talking about the gangbanger
That nigga that's in every movie.
He's not Mexican.
I think he's Jewish.
He's not Jewish. He's not
Ain't no fucking way.
His name is Hector in every movie.
Yes, he Mexican.
Ain't no
He
fucking
played
way.
in Training Day. He played in the gang.
What's his last name?
Noel.
All right. This is bad, you know what I mean? This is bad, you know. It's like we're our own worst fucking enemy. We're always throwing shots. Is that guy Mexican? Is he Mexican? So this is Duno. Shout out to Duno. Shout out to the Brown Bag Podcast. That shit is another podcast. Another one of the leading podcasts in California. I know there's a little guerra right now. That's why you got a fucking podcast with your pinche fierro in your hand about the people are contesting in the streaming world. What's the number one raza podcast? Number one raza podcast. Let me say this. I will say this. Before your boy came on YouTube and started talking about Dios, familia, cultura, la raza, advancement, the gente, no one on YouTube was talking about the betterment of la raza. And that's a fact. I mean, I wish some motherfuckers would have some balls and be like, yeah, Mikey, because you came on here with Chicano Tube and started pushing cultura, I've been talking about la raza, helping la gente and all this other shit, which you shouldn't actually be saying if you don't really do shit in real life. I mean, that's how I say, right? Don't be two-faced one way on the internet and another way off. But I just want to say that, right? And also, of course, I've been in my own little YouTube guerras in the past, but I got peace now. I'm at peace. I don't got no beefs with nobody, right? Except weirdos and chomos and predators, right? So I'm the last one that's trying to be the crab in the bucket, bringing the motherfucker down when he's trying to advance. I'm the last one. But Duno did say something that's true. Duno does know his pinche tarea. He did his research. And a lot of people didn't know that Hector, right here, Hector from Training Day, Fast and Furious, right there is a little clip from Bruce Almighty, that he is actually mixed. He's half. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being mixed, okay? Also, we want people to get it twisted and think because this is Chicano Tube, all of a sudden we're pushing some kind of pinche brown supremacy and everything has to be brown and a brown world and or whatever, right? Calmala, it's 2025, man. All we're trying to do is have a chela, love on our wife, hug our children, raise them, drink a pisto, cálmate, way. But anyways, so he is half Mexican, which is on his mother's side, and he is actually Italian on the father's side. But he was born in Santa Monica, so he was born in Southern California and was raised around Chicanos. And I'm not saying that he has no ties. Absolutely not. I'm not saying he has no ties. I'm just saying, hey, a vato that's mixed, yeah, hopefully, but it's up to them. It's their prerogative to do what they do, but they embrace every single culture. You know what I mean? It's not like the pinche pendejo Maniaco Marv, right? Where Maniaco Marv will never, and I mean never, ever, 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 ever talk about the white side of his family. I think it actually is a complex if you don't want to embrace a culture. I've said this from the beginning, bro. I said, I'm 52% indigenous. I embrace the indigenous side. Boom. I embrace it. I love it. It's 52%. It's pumping through my blood. And I'm 47% Spanish. Okay, that's shout out to science teacher. I brought him on. I brought on a biologist and gave him my ancestry DNA. He told me like this. He goes, you give me your ancestry DNA, Mike. I'm going to tell you who you are. Screw what this ancestry DNA says. I'll tell you exactly who you are. And I brought him on. It's one of the videos. Go ahead and search it on my catalog if you want. Go to my YouTube channel and then up there on the search bar, put in science teacher, DNA, ancestry, something like that on my channel's catalog, and you'll go ahead and find it, right? I just say embrace it both, but with Maniaco Marv, you know, he still won't even say anything about it. And again, I'm going to leave that alone because if she's postmortem, that's what I heard, I don't know, then that's as far as I go with it, right? But I say, why not embrace it? Hey, Maniaco Marv, instead of just talking about Mexicano culture, which I'm pretty fucking sure you ain't never been to Mexico, I'm also pretty sure you don't even speak Spanish. And I'm also pretty sure you're not in tune with the fucking Mexican people and the culture and everything you talk about. But hey, Maniaco Marv, how about you give us some fucking clecha about your Irish side, your Scottish side, your European side, your Russian side? He won't do that. Anyways, it's cool. There's Miklos on the YouTube Yarda. That's cool. It's all good, man. We all got Miklos on the YouTube Yarda, man. That's all good, man. Let me go ahead and see what the chat's talking about. He says Egypt Sonny paid him in the IOU. Damn, what did I miss over there? Can't hate on Hector. No, I ain't hating on Hector, bro. I'm just like, hey, you know, we got to be able to embrace culture. Some of these cabrones, you know, they don't embrace it, but then they want to hide it. You know what I mean? Motherfucker, just come out here and just say what you are. As far as hating on Hector, man, that motherfucker's paid. Hector's paid. Hector's on another level. Look at his last name. That's the Italian father's last name. But Duno, I don't think Duno was trying to pick a shot. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck Duno was doing, but I think he was just telling it like it is. No, he's not Mexican. He's not Mexican. Not as though he's gatekeeping that only Mexicans can come in, right? Kick it with the homies on the bleachers. Kick it in the Máquina Come In program. No. But I think he was just said it as a fact. Hey, that dude is not Mexican. But then the argument comes, how much and all this other shit. We're not going to go down that road today. No, not today, man. Reckless, I don't give a fuck. What's up with you, cabron? Damn, man. He's ready to go? Shit. A fucking AR or what is that, cabron? Cálmate, wey. Ain't that serious, cabron? Cálmate, Reckless. I'm just kidding, my boy. He said he's a J-Cat. The first time I heard the J-Cat, I was in the county jail. It was 1999. And I kid you not, I thought J-Cat in the county jail, this is the old county jail, the youngsters now. The first time I went to K-Pod, right? Which was like, fuck, they must have seen me and they seen the jacket and they're like, let's put this they're going to recruit this motherfucker anyways. Fuck it, he's a stabber and he's whatever. Let's just put him in there. And I went to K-Pod, but now the youngsters tell me there's a K-Wing. A youngster was telling me the other day, he goes, oh man, I just got out of K-Wing. I said, oh, you mean K-Pod? He goes, no, K-Wing. And I was like, oh, I'm not knowing, man. I'm not knowing. But the first time I heard J-Cat, I thought that meant someone that came from J-Pod. I don't know. That's what I thought. I'm like, I'm being honest with you guys, man. It's been a while, man. Mimi Ramirez, I apologize. You are who you are because of who you are. Keno. Yeah, I don't want to say this, Mimi. I don't want to say you can't say, that you're a pinchy flying unicorn. Yeah, we're in a generation. It's California, Mimi. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a California thing, really. In other parts of the state, that philosophy, ideology, that like me, I'm fucking, like I said, I'm 52% indigenous and I'm 47% Spanish. Okay, if that's my bloodline, but only in California could I be like, well, I think I'm a black lesbian. And motherfuckers get mad. Well, wait a second. That's only in California. Trust me, you just got to get out of California because when you visit other states, me and the beautiful, smoking, sexy, hot wife have been all over the country, in the world, in the country. And really, they trip out on Californians that they think like that. But yeah, if you want to identify as Mexican or whatever, that's your business, man. I don't care what you identify with. None of my business. Just like I don't care who you go to bed with. That's none of my business as well. But just like you said right here in your follow-up comment, mi amiga, Mimi, no, but just be proud. Absolutely, man. Word on your chest. I want to give a shout out to the 200 boys. G, the barber, is in the building. That's right. Give him a follow also on IG, Instagram, and on TikTok. That's G, the barber. His brother is right here. Let me go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. I got to give you your flowers, cover. I just see you come in right now. My bad. Here it is. His brother, this is G the Barber's hermano, which is Snowman from the 909. Possibly he might be the team captain for Team IE way. I don't know. I haven't even had that conversation with them. Right now it's tamale season. It's champurrado season. It's time to kick back, hug on the wife, love on the kids, and just kick back. You know what I mean? The weather's changing a little bit. We'll talk about it after the new year is what I was going to say. But I might ask him if he wants to be Team IE captain. And then we're going to have Team LA. Next Cinco de Mayo in LA, we're going to have IE Foos versus LA Foos under the Series of Fighting banner. But G the Barber's in the house, and that's his hermano Snowman. I appreciate you, my boy. I appreciate you, carnal. Gracias for tapping in, man. Gracias. I appreciate you a lot, man. All right, let's go. Let's get back into it. All right, Duno. All right, that's it, right? Just be proud, word on the chest, like mi hermana Mimi said, right? Let's get back to it. All right. Well, what are we gonna get? My brother Raskizi, rest in peace, man. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get into, I guess, the Neeko situation, because then that leads over to Rich Rabbit. And we might as well just start talking street, right? It's the streets. It's California podcasting. You can not mix it with the street politics. It is what it is. This is King Neeko. Let's hear what he says.
Why I stay in this motherfucker 50-50 right here? He put up 33%. He no shit. You know what I'm saying? Plus, motherfucker getting paid $7.25 G an hour instead of 23 cents like on the regular prison. G. Real shit, don't have shit to do, bro. I gotta get out here, you know what I'm saying? See my family and go fix things that's fucked up, G. And plus, they got a whole weight there, G. I been getting hold on. No, I look like a little stack. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So this is people wanted me to make a video, like an individual video. I didn't get a chance to do it, cabron. I was busy today. But people wanted me to make an individual video because King Neeko just, and I see Bam Bam in the comment section. I already know he's fucking ready to go. He's grabbing his pinche fierro because, again, another protective custody. Pinche Bam Bam is king of the PC. Shout out to Bam Bam, man. Did you see that video, Bam? Welcome to the YouTube Yarda, the orientation video. It's vicious, bro. Anyone can get it, bro. I'm not off limits neither, man. I could fucking get it, man. I'm just one of the pioneers. I've been on the YouTube Yarda since the beginning and had a close relationship with the founder, the one that coined the term, the one that made the phrase YouTube Yarda. I consider him a friend. He just basically has moved on and things, created something that caught legs and life, and he moved on. Trust me, if OG was on the YouTube Yarda right now, with what these babosos who are showing their colors, capitalizing on mi hermanos passing away, whoo, you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen pressure. My OG is the pressure. But again, he's moved on to do things. He might have talked about the situation. So look, listen, gente, look. The politics, there's no way around it. In California, it just is what it is. If you come from the calles, the streets, you know, most, not this podcast, but most podcasts have, let's just say, political clouds over them, street political clouds over them, right? And those entities or whatever is the reason their verbiage is a certain way, they say certain things, and their code of conduct is very specific. What King Neeko just said right here was, yeah, he could have stayed he could have went to a GP yard, okay, but they gave him a choice. So a lot of people that don't know, you go to R&R, right? You go to R&R, and when you go to receiving and reception, when you go to reception, well, first of all, the one in Delano, that one's fucking, it's hot over there. It's off the hook. It's like the DMV. You got to walk around that motherfucker butt naked. It's fucking traumatizing as hell. I'll tell you that. It's crazy. And you get to R&R, you go ahead, you intake, you process. If you come like on a little van, like we came, 4 of us only, you know, and there's 6 buses. That's the majority. Shit, you have to wait in the van until the end. So it's a hot ass, long ass day, right? You get to R&R and you get in there. Well, part of the processing and part of the process is they're going to tell you where your main line is. So they pull you out, which is the counselor. Usually they say it's within like a 30-day window, right? And then you go and see the counselor. And every single baboso, wants to go closer to home. Most of them. I say all of them, but most of them. They're trying to go closer to home, right? And so when they told Neeko, this individual here, and I want to leave it up to the people, what you think, what you comment about that, drop a comment right now. He had 2 options. He's saying, look, you can go over here, or they're actually giving pay numbers, which is a good thing. A pay number, okay? Even though it could be 23 cents, it could be 15 cents. He said something about $7. I never heard of a pay number going that high. I'm like, shit. I heard of pay numbers getting close to $1. And in the pen, that's like making journeyman money out here. Getting $1 in un pinche trabajo behind the walls, getting $1, I know as ridiculous as it sounds, is like getting a $50 an hour job on the streets. Trust me, it is. Or you can go to fire camp. And here's where the whole thing came out, right? Here's where the whole thing came out. And I'll leave it up to the people to decide what you guys want to do. Crucify them, he's righteous, he's or he put his family first, or PC, or whatever you guys want to say, drop it in the comments, right? Or if you're listening on the replay, you can drop it in the comment. So they gave him the choice. Hey, what do you want to do? You're going to go over here, or you want to go over here? Now, there's two ways to look at this. The street, which is, what did I sign up for? I signed up for this. If I'm going to go around the fellas, this is what I got to do. I know what I got to do. Your family doesn't know. The family is completely oblivious to anything. Even if you would have went over there and did 33% more time to stay solid, the family wouldn't have known. That's for sure. You know, the only thing the family would have known is what you tell them. So he had two choices. Go to a main line, that's general population main line, or he can go to a fire camp that's what they call a 50-50 program. Now, that 50-50 stuff is new to me. I don't know. That's before my time. Okay, I retired in 2008. But the only thing I heard about that time in 2008 is I heard something called soft, right? It's a soft yard. That's what I heard. It's soft, right? And so if you just think about it, right, you're in motion, you're doing what you do, you're programming, you know, GP and all that other stuff. Then you hear the word soft, we're like, well, fuck, I don't want to go to anything that's called soft. I mean, I ain't soft. So don't send me nowhere soft, right? Is the stay solid mentality, right? Or he could have went over fire camp or keep it over here. He went over to fire camp, did what he did, and recently all the information, he put it out there and he said, yes, I decided to go to fire camp. Ike. Okay, it's out there now. All right. So what are we gonna do with this information now? Well, first of all, it doesn't amount to a hill of beans for you or for me, because this is just his personal situation, right? Second of all, what benefits the family? Just keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. What benefits the family? What benefits the family is that he cuts his time by 33% and he gets back home to pick up the pieces, hopefully move forward, hopefully not turn back. Don't do a 360, do hopefully a 180, turn shit around. Prove what you've been writing in those pinchy letters all the time, right? Esto, baby girl, when I see you, baby girl, I promise this time, baby girl, it's gonna be different. And at the bottom of the letter, dedication. Baby, I'm for real. I'll take it. Baby, I'm for real at the bottom. Well, what benefits the family is that he gets closer to home. But King Neeko, let's just say Neeko, okay? I don't know if I can know about the king, okay? Kings don't look like fucking royalty, but anyways. Neeko, but when you did say this, obviously the internet blasted it out there, and the fellas, it's a wrap. Your career is done. Your career's in the toilet. Your name is in the toilet. And these are things that, unless you're holding on, you want to hold on to these things. There's no cleanup, really, to this. But all of that is in the toilet. Now, if you don't give a shit about that, then you keep it pushing, man. Then you keep it pushing. He decided to do what he does, but I have a level of respect just because the motherfucker came out and said it. How many motherfuckers hide the fact that they went out ass backward? The runner was one of the first ones. OG, triple OG was on his helmet. On his helmet. Come to find out, they drop his institution list, and the runner's been to Mule Creek. High power Clecha. That's right, high power Clecha. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you, cabron. Death Row, Brown is beautiful. America, the whole continent. That's right. Viva Salinero. That's right. Corcodor Security. Watson's in the casa. That's one of my day oneers right there. I appreciate you. You see him, he's wrenched up. He's a day oneer. Auto Impact. I was in a USB. Looks like he's having fun. Yeah, so in a USB. Oh shit, and that's the Fed. Yeah, one time when I did 40 months for a 12/021, there was a laser on the cohete, and they stuck me with the charge for that. And they had mentioned that they could do that, but they dropped it. They just kept me in the state. Okay. So anyways, King Neeko, you guys drop a comment, whatever you guys think. But we're not done with King Neeko because someone else had to say. They were piggybacking off the King Neeko story. And this is an individual who goes by the name of Rich Rabbit. Okay. Now, again, coming from Culture Uncensored, which is a Hater World page, I believe. And the Hater World, this has got your way. You don't have to wait. But since this information came out, instead of saying Southside rapper, now the Hater World is saying ex Southside rapper. And the X is because of what he's about to say next about the situation. Let's go.
The King Neeko situation. That's a smart man. Knowing he had a date. Fuck, I look like standing around a gang of niggas trying to use me as a torpedo. Send me on missions. Get me to poke niggas. Fight niggas. All this, which I do it on my own, but they want me here to be a crash dummy for them. Fuck up out of here, nigga. If I got a date, I'm going home. Nigga, as a man, I know I don't want to be around no rapists, snitches, pedophiles, and all that shit, so I know to stay away from them type of niggas. Shit, it's them type of niggas on the streets. All of us got them type of niggas from our hoods. Pedophiles, undercover homosexuals, snitches, all type of shit. So if I got a date, 50-50 yard or not, nigga, I'm coming home. Fuck is you talking about? Y'all niggas out here programming with niggas that y'all know got these allegations and charges. We gonna speak on the King Neeko and charges sticking to him. And y'all don't give a fuck just because they your people. See, what it be is niggas be ready to apply that pressure to everybody, but when they find out it's their friends that's doing the weird shit, then that's when the line gets off. Favoritism come into play, dirty politics. Because we all know some snitches that's still around. We all know some niggas that did some weird shit that's still around. Why? Who knows? But that man, I ain't gonna lie, something about him just tell me he a real nigga. And he kept it honest. He could have hid it like a lot of y'all be doing.
That's true.
Getting on here lying, talking about y'all parole from level 4s and
runner,
putting in all this
Bud
work,
Light.
and it be lies. But y'all can paint whatever picture y'all want for the people, you know. He who controls the picture controls the mind. But King Neeko, I ain't gonna lie, that's a good thing. Charges sticking to him.
All right, so this is what I'm talking about, the fucking Hater World. He put the word X right there. Oh, man. And then it says, ex-Southside rapper Rich Rabbit speaks on going into protected custody himself if he had to, and agrees with King Neeko going into protective custody. Look, listen, this is a California thing. There might be, you guys might be from other states and be like, what the fuck does it even matter? It doesn't matter. It amounts to a hill of beans when it comes to civilian life. You know, this is the street shit. This is all street shit. That's all it is. And Rich Rabbit sounds like he knows what he's talking about. But look, Rich Rabbit, for what you just said right there, just from what you said right there, a Hater World page right here, Culture Uncensored, had every single right to say X, because if you are for those things that the streets are not for, then your career is also over. Again, how much is a career? It's something. I mean, how much is the fucking streets depositing in your bank, gente? Let's keep this a buck. Are you getting direct deposits from the streets? Are you getting direct deposits from the homies? Again, I don't want to start preaching like I talk about when I go to the juvenile halls and the camps over to the youngster, but it seems like the streets always get mixed up and get into it. I don't know why that is, man. We'll go back to the comment section to see what's up. Let me see what you guys are talking about tonight. Let's see. Here it is. Droops 408's in the casa. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you, man. The last couple of pinche casas that I've sold, bro, I've been in San Jose. I've been in San Jose for a couple weeks, man. Cublo contigo, way. I send mines over to you, carnal. That's right. Hey, you know this, Droops. We had the 408 area code first, carnal. You know this, right? Salinas, us over here, Monterey County, we had the 408 area code. And I think it was like, I want to say it was about 97, 98. They took the 408 over there. And, you know, we got the 831 given to us, and it's like, hey, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to have to embrace this shit. But shout out to you. Shout out to Sanho. Shout out to the 408, man. Alto Impact says, a wake-up crash dummy. Look, there's two different views to that, Alto. There's two different views. Can you be a man and stand on your own 2 feet without needing other men to back your play? I'll say that again. Are you man enough to stand on your own 2 feet without any other man backing your play? Now, look, don't get it twisted. We're in California. This shit, when you go into institutions in California, it's gangland. If you ever seen the documentary Gangland, that's what the prisons are. You can't go inside a prison, no matter who you are. I don't care how much money you are. I don't care if you're a celebrity. Tommy Gunz went in there and he caught a DP in prison, I believe. Don't quote me on it. And remember, he gave this cryptic message: things aren't going the way I wanted them to. Well, because no one inside the walls gives a fuck who you are. But its juice is created behind the walls. They don't give a fuck who you are. You need to just make sure you're sending that money and make sure it's on time every single month. That's all they think about you. So, yeah, you can be a crash dummy. You can be used and abused like a fucking puppet, man. They'll just send you on a mission. It's the truth. I had a partner of mine, his son, he got 2 life sentences. 2, not 1, 2, before he was even 21 years old. Right here from Salinas, man. It's a damn shame. Caught a body in Merced. And he's right here from Salinas, caught a body in Merced. And then they sent him to Salinas Valley. And then he caught a body over there. And then he got a DA referral. And they give him a second life sentence. He wasn't even 21 years old. It's a fucking cold game, man. It's a real fucking cold game. That's for sure. Mr. Spider-Man's in the casa. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you, cabron. That's right. Hey, Spider-Man, on one of the pages I seen on TikTok, where I was wondering if it was you, because they posted a YA photo, cabron. And I think it was like 4 in the shot, but one of them said Spider Stockton. But I don't know if it was you. I'm wondering, you know how those pages, they share those fucking photos. It is what it is. Shout out to Rich Rabbit. All right, that's right, man. Let him do his thing. Again, he's speaking his mind. He's saying his thing. But if you say anything contrary to what the streets say, the streets have no mercy, bro. They don't, man. If you're in it, their fucking rules are what they are. I used to see people getting calentadas, DPs, removals, all that shit. And then I'd find out what about it, right? Well, and I didn't know if it was true. I can't confirm if it was true or not, but then I find out the offenses, right? Did a fucking shiesty move, did a sneak move. He's a snake. He called homeboy's old lady. He gave her a ride. 9 times out of 10, it had to do with someone's old lady. I don't know. It always had to do with someone's old lady, right? Or something like that. And then other motherfuckers just got politicked on. They just got politicked on. And what does that mean? That means if the guy that has the llaves just doesn't like you, he could politic on you. And I'm talking about in the county. I'm not talking about in the pen. I'm talking about in the county, right? And that could be the case too as well. Say you were a background homie. A background homie is just someone that's holding up the wall. I mean, you know, and again, I'm not speaking in the current tense. I'm talking about past tense. Background homie is just someone that comes to the house parties, but he ain't doing shit else, man. He ain't doing shit else. The gangbangers were never really on the streets. That's just the honest truth. You know, the first time I heard the word active, it was a youngster, right? It was a group of youngsters. And active, you know. And the first thing that came in my head is like, well, then what are you doing on the streets? You know what I mean? Because it was like, motherfuckers, like in the 90s, no one was staying on the streets. It was like 60, 90 days was the most you could ever stay on the streets. But again, different time, different mentalities, I'm pretty sure. That's right. Chicanos in the casa. Hey, Mikey, much love. Line me up with Jay Hands in the ring. Look, cabron, why am I going to line you up with Jay Hands, cabron? He's gone. He's done. Let me talk a little bit about Jay Hands, man. Jay Hands mentioned me in a video, and he said something that I said got him to rethink his content, man. I went back and I looked at it a little bit more clear. I know I did a live from San Ho when I was driving back yesterday, but I went back and I looked at it a little bit more clear. So he's doing what he does, right? as far as line me up with them, cabron, I mean, come on. I mean, serio pedo way. I mean, what are we going to do? You know what I mean? But he said he pre-recorded all the videos he's ever going to do, and he's going to jump off. He said that I reaffirmed a point or said something that my brother, rest in peace, Rascal, also said. And he said by me reinforcing what Rascal said, he said he's rethinking his content. I was straight up when I said this, that talking about behind the walls to the youngsters is trash, is not helping the youngsters. They want to be like the legends you're talking about. They want to do, think about it when you were a 15-year-old youngster. And then all of a sudden you hear, yeah, this guy hit the bay. This guy fucking had 289 points and he did this and he did that. He was the man. He was the man. As a youngster, when you hear stories like that, the curiosity peaks and they want to do that shit. I'm telling you, man, I got practical first-hand experience, man. I've been talking to the youngsters now for 10 years in the Monterey County Juvenile Hall in the camp. So I don't know exactly what it was, but Jay's going to spend time with his hijo, man. Maybe part of it had to do with Rascal passing away, bro. When Rascal passed away, that shit is, it's like someone that's positive. You know what I mean? This is like homeboy, homeboy, the Chicano comes out of me. What Young Gunz says. Young Gunz, the one that dropped the rola on the intro song. He's already done two intros for me. Well, he said the good die young, bro. Rascal passing away is a trip, man. Is a trip. I don't even know how I started talking about him, but he said line me up with Jay Hands. Oh, he said that when someone passes away, yeah, it's also a fucking, it's a moment to reflect, bro. Someone passes away. You're like, damn, man. His children. I can't even imagine what his children are going through. I can't even imagine what Mama Mason is going through, and that's why it pisses me the fuck off with these babosos, one of them Bud Light and then the runner, how they pulled out a false narrative the second he left this world. They couldn't wait to make $1 off my brother. So that's why my fucking pressure, my foot's going to be on these babosos' neck, at least for a while, man, because that shit got me heated. He says, trucha, sleeper. A sleeper, okay. The people that don't know what a sleeper is because technically Bud Light was protective custody when he went into the THU, the transitional housing unit, right? That's already protective custody, right? But sometimes they think that those babosos go in there. Like sometimes if you ever see like a young youngster, right? They could think that the young youngster is a sleeper because they're like, well, wait a second, why the fuck is a young youngster over here, right? That motherfucker's supposed to be striving and pushing and going, still trying to sit on the throne and be Tony Montana. And then what they do is they get their target, they lock in, and they do what they do. And it's all for whatever. It's all for whatever. Yeah, I'm under. That was you in the middle? Okay, you seen that? Yeah, that was you, cabron. I thought about you, cabron. I thought that was you in that shot, man. I forgot which page shared it, but I do follow you, way. I know you don't post a lot, but I do follow you on TikTok, way. All right. Denver tapping in. That's my brother from another mother right there. Here we go. We got Mile High Hustle, the heavyweight champ, man. I've been honored and privileged to, let's say, restart or re-kickstart or whatever you want to say, my brother Mile High Hustle, your fight career, bro, last November. Now you're on a streak, way. You're on a streak. So, my brother, the weigh-ins are done, right? Tomorrow, Denver, tap in. Do me a favor, raza. Do me a favor. Subscribe over to my brother's channel. Is Mile High Hustle. Click on his avatar. He's wrenched up because he's a day oneer. And he's probably going to go live from tomorrow's fight. And he's got a Mexican. He's got a pinchy little Mexican fucking tornado. He's 28 years old and you're 50, carnal. All due respect. And so for the first couple years, I fought people 20 years younger with me. Remember, I started boxing at 30 way. Yeah, I started boxing, amateur boxing, elite. The category with Elite USA is 16 to 35. Until I was 35, then I switched over to the Masters division. But for 5 years, at 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, for 5 years, I fought 19-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 23. I got 4 L's. I got 4 L's from fucking fighting those youngsters, but it is what it is, man. Somos chicanos, güey. No es que tenemos miedo de nada, güey. Nada. Especially some pinche palabras, especially on the internet, right? Que babosados es eso. But GT the Barber, salute over the Mile High Hustle. You're right, cabrón. The streets don't love nobody, bro. They, man, that couldn't be. I need to pin this comment right here. Mosquito Hawk. They don't love you, man. They will take everything from you, you know, and you just get older. Your parents have more gray hair. You go back to the same pinchy bedroom that you had as a teenager. And now you're 20. Now you're 25. Let's say you did 5 years. Now you're 30. You did another 5 years. Well, actually, they probably would have doubled you up. And you just keep going back. And all you are is a pinchy package, man. That's it. I remember having to send my dad packages too. We would go buy a couple noodles, jeans, because back then you could buy Levi's. So we would send them 501s. You could actually send jackets too. But again, this is a long time. This is the 80s, very early 90s. We used to send Pops packages, shoes, etc., and stuff like that. So there's a lot of generational cycles, bro, especially right here in Salinas, man. Salinas is made up of familias, man. Everyone knows of everybody. If not, you're not related, then you're probably married into a familia. And that's how we're going to know you, because you're married into a familia. That's how Salinas is, man. GT the Barber, I send mine to you. That's right. What's up, Mikey? That's right, man. And here we got the general of the YouTube Yarda. We just talked about the King Neeko situation, bro. And again, I was talking about Raskizi a little bit. Kimo, now that you're in here, cabron. You know, I'm going in, man, for my brother. I don't give a fuck, man. They can take the channel down or they can do whatever they do, bro. But I don't feel it's right that people try to capitalize on my brothers passing away. And I'm going to let the family, you know, have their moment, you know what I mean? Going through this next couple weeks, I'm sure. If I would like to be present, but again, I'm not saying I'm best friends or anything like that. I would like to be present. If I find out there's a way to be present, I absolutely would make my way over there to be present, to show respect, man, over to the family. And I think it was Corco, Door Security. He said he wanted to embroider not a bomber jacket. What was it called? Oh man, what are those jackets called? They're Chicano jackets. Ah, man, I don't know. Mimi Ramirez says, I got kicked off their channel because I told them it was not their place to put it out there how he passed. You're right, amiga. I mean, you don't want to be associated with people like that anyways, amiga. So take it with a grain of salt, getting blocked, getting kicked off or stuff like that. But I mean, people are going to say I'm biased toward one of them, the runner, right? Because he burned me for $10,000. I don't think anyone else could say that. The other one, just, he's the butt buddy, right? They both put out the same content and they're best friends, right? But putting that out there on the internet, it's almost like you couldn't wait for someone to pass away to put something out there that's going to be shocking, disturbing, have an X factor that's going to lead to your pockets getting fatter. It's going to lead to your views. That's a piece of shit. Both of them. So we're going to stay on their helmets for sure, amiga. All right, let's go back to Chicano reactions, cabrones. Let me go back over here because there's more to react to, all right? You can hit that pinchy like if you want. Kimo's Flicks, I appreciate you, my boy. The YouTube Yarda Awards this year are going to be epic, bro. Epic. I mean, I'm going to have to bring back a couple blasts from the past, bro. Straight up, man. Straight up. All right. What are we on next? Okay. Here we go. So in this clip right here, you have... Damn, she looks like Freddy Krueger. Damn, it's crazy, you know? Sometimes it's just the angle, gente, cálmate. It might just be a bad angle, no te creas. I don't know. Famous TikTok celebrity, and you guys send this over to me, so I'm going to talk about it. You guys want me to talk about it? Famous TikTok celebrity Shawty Bay, okay, is facing backlash after a video of her calling someone the N-word goes viral. Okay. So if you don't know what the N-word is, it's the N-word with a hard ER. Okay, hard ER. It's not like if you say it in a rap song, they say A at the end. It's a hard ER. I just remembered right now, Kimo's Flicks made a video about Cali Legends Media and he titled it "Not with ER." I can't defend Cali Legends Media, but I will say this. He's from a different generation, bro. He's a whole different generation. That's not excusing it, but his ER was, I guess, in his fucking head was like saying the A in a rap song, but I don't know. He kept saying it and saying it and saying it, but we're going to do a reaction to Cali Legends Media to end this. I got that queued up, tapped in, ready to go, because he put on blast another predator on the YouTube yarda. And we're going to talk about that predator a little bit. But let's go ahead and get into Shorty Bay and her altercation. This is what I like, gente. I like, there's pros and cons to the internet. I like the fact that people, that if you look at them, obviously they wouldn't be popular in school, right? And I'm not, don't get it twisted. I'm not for popular people. I'm not for, I was a fucking gangbanger. We didn't give a fuck, you know what I mean? But about that shit, the jocks or this or that. But, and we didn't like bullies. Whew. Shout out to mi amiga Loca, and Boyle Heights is in the house. We didn't like bullies at all, man. When I'd see a motherfucker getting bullied, I'd be like, hey, Kyle, come and kick it. We would do that. 30 of us. Hey, fucking, you see a guy walking by himself, and I'm not talking about he's a Chicano or something like that, because then we got to press him, right? We're going to tell him the famous words that I heard the most ever in the 90s. The one phrase I heard more than anything in the 90s, we're going to tell him, where are you from? But if say it was a gavacho, say, hey, come and kick it. Especially if we see someone getting bullied, we would check bullies. But again, that's a different generation. So I like the fact that the people that look like they wouldn't be popular can be popular on the internet. That's cool. I like that shit. Not everything is evil. Just remember, everything that God made for good, the enemy is trying to put a replica of evil out for it. But we got to look at the good, because God created everything, man in his own image, and this world, right? But anyways, let's see what she said. One more time. All right. So there's an expletive right there, expletive that was said right there. And it looks like it's outside of a club in the middle of the night. So I'm pretty sure there's some alcohol involved right here. And Shorty Bay is popping on TikTok, man. I don't know why, but she is. And so more power over to her. And pues she is, I think she's a Mexicana, Chicana, you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. She holds ahead and she throws the word out. She says, F you guys. There she says, F them, F you, beep, and then says the N word. Okay. Obviously, we don't promote that here. Obviously, there is no motherfucking hate here for nobody. I don't give a shit about your skin color. I don't give a shit who you go to bed with, how much you got in your bank account. That's all your business. Whatever you say, just fucking own it. That's what I say over here. Own your shit, right? So she said that it reminds me of the movie The Bronx Tale. Remember The Bronx Tale? Calogero, right? What a pinchy name. Calogero, right? Calogero, he likes this girl, right? From Webster Avenue. What's Webster Avenue? It's the black neighborhood. So he ends up, I want to say, falling in love, straight up. He even asked Sonny for a little bit of advice, and Sonny lends Calogero his ride and all this shit, right? So he likes the girl. That's fine, good. I'm glad. Let love wins, I guess, right? But when they jammed him up, he was walking and he saw them over there, right? They started throwing shit at him, and that was just one altercation. But then again, he walked her over to the black barrio, and they fucking wanted to whoop his ass. They wanted to whoop Calogero's ass again. It's race shit. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And I remember when they jammed him up and he was arguing, and all of a sudden the N-word came out. Exactly like Shorty Bay. Again, ain't defending that at all. Absolutely fucking not. You know what I mean? We're not defending that. But I will say this. How many people can keep it real? How many people can keep it a buck and say, look, maybe in private circles, when we're amongst only raza or Mexicanos, does that shit get mentioned about in the family? A tío might say it. A tía might say it. They're from older generations. The youngsters might say it. A primo might say it. How many people can keep it real and say that might be said in private conversations, but maybe not in public conversations? How many people can say that? That are people that are being honest. I'm sure if I asked people inside the black culture as well, especially if they've been beefing with Mexicanos, can they keep it a buck and say within those circles also as well? Again, I'm not defending it. Neither am I saying is it right. Just fucking speaking from my heart. Within those circles también as well, can they say they've said derogatory things toward Mexicans? I don't know. It was just a thought that came out to mind before you want to crucify someone. You know, I don't think these people, they're so big, they can't get canceled. I mean, I don't think she's not going to get canceled over this shit. She's not. And the internet, again, is for shits and giggles. So take it with a grain of salt. You know, none of this internet shit should fucking, change you, move you, change your relationships, change your positions in life, change anything. It's not reality, right? Reality is when I hit the X on this. But I wanted to just show that this is a low light. This is not a highlight in her career, that she went ahead and she used the N-word. So if someone uses the N-word once, pretty much guarantee they use it in their fucking vocabulary all the time, in their circles all the time, or in their privacy all the time. And it didn't explode. You notice that when she said that word, I'm glad it didn't. I'm actually glad it didn't. It didn't explode. Because everyone is at 2 a.m. outside the club drunk and be like, fuck that shit. Let's go get fucking Jack in the Crack. I don't know. Let's keep it pushing. Actually, I want to go back over here. What is that? We got a new subscriber over to the channel. That's right. I appreciate the new subscribers, man. That's right, man. Frederica Kruger on a sick one. That's right, my boy. Death Row says, what's up to all the amigos? What's up to all the raza? That's right, man. Calogero is a cop killer in real life? Holy shit, man. That's crazy, man. Did he do that? Is he doing time right now? Bro, I didn't even know that. It might have came across my feed, but we're so bombed with media nowadays. That's why they everything they're dropping right now, J6, there's aliens and all this other stuff that have been theories for years. They have told us now there's aliens. J6, 247 FBI officers. It was an inside job. And it's because we don't give a fuck now. We'll scroll right by it. Now's the time to expose everything because you'll see it and you'll just fucking scroll right by it. Before you were consumed by social media, it would have been headlines, a press conference, big ass news. All the newspapers would have had it in front of them. Actually, I feel like taking a shot right now. I'm going to take a shot for Raskeezy. It would have been blasted all over the internet, but, those are different times, man. Those are different times. We're still going to do the righteous tribute to Raskeezy. I saw the 1942. I just feel like taking a shot, man. Can't let that drop go to waste. Shout out to Ray. That's my best man in my wedding, my compa Ray. He gave me this bottle at the Cholo Trucker versus Buzz content creator fight, man. He gave me that bottle, man. I'm going to just a moment of silence, and I'm going to take this shot over to my brother Raskeezy. Fly high, my brother. Scoop says, people really crying over food stamps when the black market bank accounts is literally right there. Look, so what people aren't saying is that the tariff money, which I've heard there's like 200, I don't know if it's billion or million. I'm not exactly certain. They used that money, the tariff money, to fund WIC and EBT and the social services, to fund that up until November, where now it's circulating on social media. Look, food stamps are going to get gone. I mean, I hate to burst your bubble, but I think food stamps, assistance, and all that is supposed to be temporary, bro. But that's just me. That's just me. You have a different opinion? Give me a call, 831-240-4328. I think it's supposed to be temporary, bro. I think it can be a bad habit if we're like generational welfare is bad, bro. Is bad, bro. Because then the mentality comes in like, oh, no. You can't work. If you work, I'm going to lose my food stamps. No, you can't get a career. If you get a career, I'm going to lose my food stamps. I've heard that said before. I'm not just making this shit up. And I'm like, damn, that's a limiting belief, man. A limiting belief. Level Michael Myers, that's right, my boy. Man, you should see the wifey got down on a mask, Michael Myers. The wifey's fucking creative, man. Not only is she the best photographer in Monterey County and the priciest, I might say. It costs about 4 or 5 racks just to sit down and talk about your wedding with her. She made a Rams mask, bro, for my brother-in-law. I mean, she bought it, but painted it, bro, I meant to say. She painted it. And I got it over there. I can go and grab it if you want to see it. It's a fucking bad one, man. It's Rams blue with yellow horns and shit like that. We're going to have a Halloween party, so he's out now. Oh, okay. Okay, that's right, man. That's right. Let's get back into Chicano reactions. Chicano amigos, that's my amigos. Orale, my amigos. That's right, Death Row. I appreciate you. Yeah, I still can't believe it, bro. It's been a week, man. I get livid. I get pissed, man. Kimo shared... There was a page called Jalisco something. High Power Fitness. I don't have no beef with you, bro. I don't have no beef with High Power Fitness. Matter of fact, a lot of High Power Fitness people were at open sparring in September. They were there, right? Because I seen him in the comments with people that were there, and I'm in the comments as well. I have no issues with him, but I will say this. It does look tasteless when the last 4 or 5 videos has my brother's face on the thumbnail. That does look tasteless. I'm just going to keep a spade on that. All right, let's go back. What else we got? Back to Chicano reactions, you guys. What is it? 7:14. Okay, the last thing we'll talk about is the Cali media, because it's a predator I want to warn the people about. They might know, they might not know about this predator, but we're going to warn the people about this predator. That's the last thing I want to do, though. We'll go over to his YouTube page and talk about it. Let me see if there's anything else. Well, we got someone that's definitely on the YouTube yarda right here, which is Ryder G562. Hey, he's got a fucking contagious laugh, bro. He'll read a comment. I got to keep it a buck with Ryder G, man. He's got a contagious laugh, bro. He'll read a comment that says, McDonald's is hiring, and he doesn't fall into the comment. He kind of just says his own shit, right? Oh, man, that's good, bro. That's good, man. You should apply, get a job or some shit, right? But here he's talking about the fire camp situation, okay? Which, again, the YouTube yarda is vicious. That's why I podcast with a pinche fierro in my hand, because the YouTube yarda is vicious, man. They're coming for you, you know, exposers. So let's see what Ryder G says about going to fire camp.
Yeah, dog. Fire camp is offering opportunity, money, $7 an hour. You offering false propaganda. What do you think they're gonna pick? Come on, bro. Everybody's going to fire camp.
All right, that might not be a popular opinion. Oh shit, man. You know what I mean? Kimo will do a video on me if I say, hey, it's okay, go to fire camp. Fuck it, vale verga. If I say some bullshit like that, they'll do a video on me and fucking crucify me upside down on a pinchy cross, man. But Ryder G speaking his mind, he's saying, motherfucker, if you got a choice, he says a lot of people are choosing 33% less and to get a pay number and fucking pick up trash on the side of the highways or go and fight fires. I don't know. The first time I was in CDC, I had level 3 points, borderline level 4. I want to say level 4 was 36 or 39, and it could have changed. It could have 36 or 39, and I already had it. That's why I was able to override and go to Salinas. But anyways, all right, I'll leave that up to you guys. Whatever you guys want to say about that. Do we care about? What the hell? You report, man. Break this shit off, man. Let me fix this again. Something happened. All right. Oh man, cálmate. Calma tu pedo, güey. What do we do? All right. Anyways, we're gonna let's go to Cali Legends Media. Let's do that, man. Too much yippee yap. Boom. Here we go. All right, let's go over to Cali Legends Media. So Cali Legends Media, again, we're on their helmet because of rest in peace, Rascal, my brother from another mother. We're on these pinchy. We're exposing these motherfuckers. They're pieces of shit. They're trash. They're people that you don't want to bring around your family, people you don't want to bring around your wives, especially people you don't want to bring around your children. So Lucky went ahead and made a video, and he's talking about a certain podcaster, okay? This podcaster lives in Northern California, and the same city that he lives in, I'm not trying to give him no clout. I'll let Lucky say his name, and I'll tell you my experience and what I think about the piece of shit too. But he lives in Northern California, and the city he actually lives in, I actually have family over there. I actually have an uncle and an aunt, and I have 4 cousins from that city. My oldest cousin from the family, he did 13, most of it in San Quentin, and he was able to do a hardship. But since he was, the oldest one in Mexican family, sometimes they're born in Mexico and then they come over here. The oldest one was born in Mexico and came over here, but he did what he did. He did 13 out of the sentence, and then they shot him back, and he's in Michoacan right now, right? So I actually have family that I've asked and talked to about this fucking weirdo, this creep, this individual that PSA over to the ladies, this motherfucker, whatever you want to call him, Sideshow Bob, okay? Or you want to call him Pill Cosby as well. Wait till the YouTube Yarda Awards. I've got the info. I've got the videos. I've got the clips, but we're not going to play those tonight. I just want to hear what Lucky says, and then I'm going to address it the way we do here with Chicano Estilo. Let's go.
This morning, the TV, and I seen a podcast by Pocho. It's called Pocho's Podcast. Pocho, for those of you who don't know, was employed by Food Community. And he worked with Icon, together with Icon on, like as a co-host, during interviews on the podcast. Now, he got fired from the Food Community. Okay? Not for any one particular reason, for a few reasons, okay? One of them was he was suspect. He was suspect of being involved with women in a negative way. Today on his video,
okay, let me say that's true. It's a fact. There's actually police investigation that's still open because of that. I've got all the sources. I'm just going to drop it at the YouTube Yarda Awards, but this individual ended up doing some creep shit when he was working around minors, when he was working around women. I'm telling you facts. If I'm not telling you facts, I'll hang the motherfucking channel up. I ain't never on here on some bullshit ass agenda to try to push a narrative or an agenda. If I don't speak facts, what the fuck am I doing? I'm wasting my time. Okay. So this is true. What he's talking about. This is not fake. This is not fabricated. And the bold face with these weirdos and creeps, another one like the Maniaco Marv, is that they don't give a fuck that this information comes out to light, and they're still in the comment section acting cool, acting like all roses, and acting like anything. Hey, you do you. But as far as those pieces of shit, we're going to call them out right here. And the reason I'm calling this piece of shit out right here is because he disrespected the homie while he's not even in his grave yet right now. He disrespected them. And I'll tell you what, that man right there is 10 times the man that you will ever be. Let's go.
He even said that he's a womanizer and that he's a dick. And I agree with him 100%, okay? But I think Pocho's confused with womanizer and stalker, sick ass, you know?
Okay, so let me go ahead and shed some light on that. Usually, let's Psychology 101. Psychology 101. You never really say what you are. You only say what you want people to think you are. I'm going to say that one more time, okay? A little bit of klecha right here. Get ready? It's klecha time, okay? Study time. Psychology proves you don't say who you are most of the time. You say who you want people to think you are. This motherfucker right here, he's desperate. He's desperate. He seeks out ladies. He seeks out females, and he don't give a fuck what kind of female it is. He's desperate. He's a predator. He's a creep. And there's actually online a community against this motherfucker that a lot of people joined to bring their stories about the creep shit that this dude does, man. That's a fact. There's a young lady that said she woke up in a bed without her clothes on and didn't know how she got there with this motherfucker. Public service announcement. This motherfucker's a weirdo. He's a creep. Just look at his pinchy face. You don't got to do more than that. Just look at his fucking face. Let's go.
But anyways, this video should bring something out that he said. Man, there's dogs everywhere in this barrio. This is what he did. He that really yerked me. Okay, the dude does a whole podcast regarding homie hangout, Joshua. Okay, and things that Joshua had brought out in the past about his behavior, okay? And it's funny, but in the video he says himself, not everything was true, which means some of what was said was nothing but the truth, okay? According to Pocho, right? What happened was some girls came forward and talked to Josh and told him what this weirdo was up to.
Damn.
And Josh brought it to social media, which is an important thing to do, man, because we got to know who's acting out of pocket, you know? We don't want those people not only on our podcast, but we don't want those people around women that we have in our lives. So it was a good thing. As a matter of fact, several podcasters, content creators made videos about that, including myself. Okay. I couldn't find it, but it's there somewhere. That's a nice change. And it was regarding that one particular subject. But this weirdo goes and only mentions Josh. He mentions Josh because Josh is no longer with us to defend himself. Otherwise, you know, Josh, he'll give him a polite tongue lashing. Okay. He said a lot of things he shouldn't have said, and then he'd say, yeah, but you know, he was all right. He was an all right guy. You know, talking out of both sides of his mouth, you know. I knew this guy was a weirdo, but at the end of his video, I never seen it before. He growled. He actually growled, you know, and I never seen that, you know. So the guy has some loose screws. He's a little bit off, you know. He says that the girls said what they said because he's a player, you know. He sees himself as a player, as a, you know, he could get any guys and any girls, probably guys too, but he could get any girls he wants, and that's probably why Josh was jealous, because Josh was sick. And
I'm pretty sure
he brought up his everything, his illness, he even brought up his dog, you know. Now, I hate to say it, but I'm here to speak up for Josh, because Josh isn't here to do it himself.
Exactly.
You know, no, me and Josh weren't the best of friends. We were acquaintances, and we were very respectful to one another. We never had no beef, no misunderstanding. You know, nothing between us. All it was always a good talk, and it was always positive. Anyways, yeah, this guy did an entire episode bashing this young man who's no longer with us, and he even mentions that he don't care if his family, his kids see it, because Josh stood on his word and what he said. So this weirdo was going to do the same. It's not the same thing, you know. Josh did it when he was able to do it, and Pocho had a chance at that time to respond. You know what Pocho did? He disappeared, you know, and just started doing his podcast real quiet. It didn't really matter whether he disappeared or not. He was actually ostracized, you know. Nobody wanted nothing to do with his sick ass, you know.
That's right.
So he took this opportunity to make himself feel better and to try to clean up all the stuff that has been said about him and his situation right now with everybody hating him more than anybody else on social media. And it's true, and he said it himself, you know. But this is the reason why, Pocho, because you do stupid shit like this, you know.
Yeah, again, would have to hear the whole video out, but look, listen, man, this piece of shit, this motherfucker right here, he ain't shit, man. This fucking guy, I'm a womanizer and I'm this and I'm that. This guy's a fucking sideshow. If you don't know who I'm talking about, okay, let me give a warning before I go ahead and put this photo up. If you got children, go ahead and just move them outside. We don't want to, right now, it's not for them. It's not for anyone under the 18. But if you don't know who I'm talking about, it's this fucking weirdo right here.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Is that weirdo right there? So imagine you do a fucking, there's pictures of you on the internet right there. For whatever reason, you're a weirdo, right? There's photos like that circulating, and you actually think that's someone that can kick it. This motherfucker's a weirdo. Lucky goes on to finish the video. Go ahead and watch it. Subscribe over to Cali Legends Media. We're going to go ahead and start wrapping things up right now. We might take some phone calls. If not, I'll just go through the comment section, you guys. And we're going to get to Friday night and get to the weekend already. But Lucky, he's the OG, man. He's the OG. He nailed it. He hit it right on the head. You want to talk shit about someone that went to the grave? You weren't even man enough to say it to his face. I'll tell you that for one thing. But secondly, this dude is an absolute certified predator. And from what he said and him being a predator, we're not going to stay off this fucking guy's neck. We'll be on this fucking guy's neck. This guy don't want no fucking smoke. What are you going to do, pussy? We'll do it. Oh, I got 3 gyms in Santa Rosa. Pick one. You don't want it. You don't want it. We'll record the whole thing live. How about that? If you got an issue, we'll fucking handle business then. If not, shh. But you, what you've did in your past, you can't change. You got ran out of your city. You went to Southern California, did more this mother over there, got ran out of Southern California by way of the food community. And now you're just over here commenting on the internet. Desperate as fuck. You're a sleazebag, a scumbag. And let's keep this shit pushing, man. I don't want to talk about this motherfucker no more. It's too much. All right, here we go. What goes around comes around, and God got rascals back. Absolutely, man. I believe he's right there in the presence of the Lord. The Bible says, absent from the body, present with the Lord. That's instantaneous. That's just boom. That's it, man. Level 1, orale. 2, all back. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if level one, all level ones or two. I don't know. I just don't know. I've been out of the mix for so long already. I don't know. I don't want to say all ones and twos are bad, etc. I started out with 3 points, but it's because I think of the controlling case also, and then I think because of the gang files too. I think that's why they gave me that borderline 4 entering. I mean, shit, it's either 36 or 39 points for. I forget which one. And I had 1 point under, and I was able to get overridden to go to Salinas. But then the counselor, when I told him that, he goes, man, he told me like this, the fucking counselor. He goes, I've never had anyone ask me to go to Salinas. And I'm like, well, I want to go. I want to give visits. Death Row, that's right. I appreciate you, my boy. That's right. Mimi Ramirez says, straight up, you're right about that. For sure, no bueno. Yeah, there's no passes. This is the only thing. And again, no street shit at all. No street shit at all. But you know, even if you're not a street guy and you're a civilian, we don't want these people around our families. We don't want them around our children, our wives, nowhere near that. We don't want them. And so we're going to keep exposing these babosos. This is what they fucking get. You made your bed, you're going to lie in it. The sad thing about it is that there's victims. Once you find out there's actual victims and verify it, right? Find out, right? There's a Facebook group of victims. Trust me. They filed a police report. There's an active police investigation. Once you find out there's victims, do you even want to hear the side of the assailant, the perpetrator, the one that inflicted the harm? That's what I keep saying on the internet. People get saying, oh, man, well, Maniaco Marv and this and that and this and that. Bro, look, listen. Maniaco Marv is guilty of statutory rape. The only reason Maniaco Marv is not on Megan's law is because those parents chose not to make a phone call. If those parents would have made a phone call back then when their teenage daughter got impregnated by a 40-something-year-old man, he would be on Megan's law right now. But again, on the internet, you could be who you want to be. You could be like this piece of shit that we just talked about with Cali Legends Media and think he's something, think he's cool. Only boys will come on the internet and think they're something. Only boys think they're cool. Only boys think they're tough. Only boys want to play around with women. Men don't do that. That's why this motherfucker is not even 10% of a man. Spanx Contreras, I appreciate you, my boy. Gracias for tapping in, man. Sending mines over to you, sending mines over to Pearl, sending mines over to Lena Lokes. I hope you guys had a blessed pinche año, cabron. I hope the fall is treating you good, cabron. I'd like to hook up with you one day in person, hopefully. Maybe at one of these YouTube events, maybe at one of these fights, maybe at a G. Lou event. Shout out to G. Lou. Shout out to the G. Lou show. Brenda Love, Denise, all the day oneers, man. Daniel Gonzalez says, what the bro? It's just it's a fact, bro. I didn't play the receipts here, but the receipts are loaded for the YouTube Yarda video. Those are receipts. That motherfucker's not gonna want to hear the receipts, but they're concrete receipts. So whatever he's gonna say, you know, boys will do what boys do, right? Maybe he'll come on and spit at the mic. Just fucking make a video about me and just spit into the mic or something like that. And even that reaction is a boy reaction, right? Happy Halloween, that's right. I got a couple masks, dangerously spooky. I got a couple masks. I don't know what the wifey. Oh, I do know what I'm gonna be. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. The wifey wants me to be a NASCAR driver and a racer, and she's gonna be a hot NASCAR driver's wife. But she just made a Rams, LA. I feel like bringing it in. She just made a LA Rams mask. That is, but I'm going to fucking go get it. Let me see. Give me a second. Shout out to American Cholo. Shout out to all my Rams fans. Trip on what the wifey did. This is crazy. Look at that. This is what the wifey did the last 2 days. These are pinchy Halloween masks right here. These are for my Los Angeles fucking Rams fans right here. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to American Cholo. I know you'd want one of these shits right here. I know he's probably gonna text me right here. Hey, cabrón, what's up with those? I'll put them right here for you guys, man. Fucking, we'll end the show showing off those right there, you guys. All right, let's go through the last the comments, and then we're gonna keep it pushing, man. Dangerously Spooky says that guy was a dirtbag. That guy is a dirtbag. Present tense is not past tense. These creeps and these weirdos that, they're frauds, man. They come on the internet and, again, I'm only going after weirdos, chomos, creeps, and all that shit. The gang shit, I know the street politics and all that. You just can't get away from it. You're a California podcaster. So it's inevitable. We'll talk about those things. But it's really the chomos, the weirdos, and the predators and these creeps that were fucking staying on their neck. That's the ones. Shout out to Mega Man. Mega Man's in the casa, you guys. That's right, my boy. Mega Man's in the house. You guys want to subscribe over to a channel that's fucking very, very interesting. Cabron, you got me a strike weight. I told you. I didn't even tell you, Mega Man, that my TikTok got it after we did our show, Cabron. It got an account ban warning. So the TikTok, I got to be cool on the TikTok. The last couple clips of Denise Aguilar on the podcast, one of them went fucking viral. It got like 100,000 shares. I got like 2,000-3,000 more subscribers on IG. Denise, when she was talking about, the fake love for Palestine and Israel and that conflict, you know what I mean? And I'm going to keep it a buck with you, gente. You know what? Another thing that I don't like is motherfuckers that aren't grateful. That it gets me a little upset when motherfuckers aren't grateful, right? It's like someone does something for you and you don't want to say thank you, right? So when Palestine, got the conflict, got into phase 1 of the peace treaty, and they got released and all that, the people that were pushing Palestine didn't say shit. It was almost as if it was just the boogeyman that they needed to continue going, because some people need a boogeyman. Some people play the victim. All their lives, they're going to play a victim. All their lives, they're going to blame something. The conditions they grew up in, the person that hurt them, and it could be some fucking bad physical abuse. I'm not downplaying that as well, but that's the victim. That situation wants power over you the rest of your life. And I don't like motherfuckers that are ungrateful. So we exposed already the frauds on that. But what I'm saying is this. Some of the people even on Instagram, you know what I mean? There's one influencer. I'm not going to put her name out here. I'm not going to blast her like that. But there's one influencer. She has a shitload of followers, a shitload of influence, right? I messaged her. She didn't want to come on the town hall, right? She didn't want to come on the town hall. And she's a DACA recipient, right? She receives DACA. But I already know, just based on her posts, based on her being silent when Palestine got free, that even if she was granted amnesty, which is, I'm sure, something she wants, and I'm talking about an influencer, right? I'm positive, not only she, for her, but for everyone that's receiving DACA, I'm sure that they want to be naturalized citizens, right? And, she has her own narrative, right? She's trying to reprogram people, or I don't know if you want to call it reprogram. She has a narrative that she believes with her whole heart. Let me put it correctly. And the narrative that she has with her whole heart is to stop saying the word immigrant. We were here already. We didn't come here. I get it. The border crossed us. I get it. I believe there was natives everywhere. I don't believe in this bullshit about, the Barren Land Strait. They came from Iceland. They came from here. There were nomads. And the nomads, I don't know because I wasn't there. She pushes that narrative. I'm almost certain, and I guess I'm talking to Mega Man, cabron. I'm almost certain, and I'll talk to you off of this if you want. I'll give you a call. We'll talk about this. I'm almost certain that if she got amnesty and became a citizen, she wouldn't even celebrate. So for those kind of people, I'm like, if you want to be ungrateful, you really ain't got nothing coming. Imagine, because this is what I told her, Mega Man. I told her, and just audio messages, and so they're not really, audio messages disappear. I guess they could keep them and hold them, but they disappear. I don't see them anymore on my end. I told her in an audio message what needs to be done. I told her we shouldn't be talking about we represent the raza and we want the best for la raza. And if the raza is getting played, if the raza is getting hurt, if the raza is getting put in bad situations, just be like, oh, it's okay. I'm here for you. We'll go down together. There's no solutions in that. So what I told her was what I would do, what needs to be done is we need to unite all the brown influencers, no matter our political parties or because they're just trying to throw politics on us to divide us even more. I told her you should use your influence, your 500,000 followers on IG, get together with all the YouTubers, brown, that are willing to have a conversation, that have voices, TikTokers, brown, have voices, Facebook, brown, have voices, get together and get into a position where now they need to hear us because now we fucking have united. She didn't want to do that. So she's a DACA recipient, and we'll end it with this. She's a DACA recipient, but if they gave her amnesty, she wouldn't even be grateful. She probably wouldn't even say thank you. You know what she would do? She'd probably fucking say that. It's kind of like the person that's falling off the cliff. You pull the person up, and the fucking person bites you on your fucking hand. But, some people don't see the wrong in it. It is what it is. Predators everywhere, cabrón. You ain't lying about that neither, man. Serio, Mikey, no Pinocchios. Yeah, it's just, bro, I'm not trying to waste my fucking time on the internet hearing babosos that are fucking faker than a $3 bill, bro. They're faker than a $3 bill. And I'm not saying I'm someone, I'm this and I'm that. I'm a Chicano, man, from East Salinas. Small town, man. I got my own story. But what my story doesn't involve is doing that kind of shit right there. All bad, that's right. Yeah, Mañaco Minds, yeah, he's all bad. But again, it's like, hey, play some oldies and do shit like that. You know what I mean? Why don't you talk about the Gavacho side of your family? Why don't you talk about half being Gavacho? I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a Miklo. Miklos get love too. Hey, Miklo did what he did and Bound by Honor, but you just don't want to embrace it. It is what it is, man. Mimi Ramirez, I appreciate you. Straight up dude and real. I try to be amiga because I don't got the time. I really barely got the time to be on this internet thing. But again, California podcasts, amiga, are popping. We're like the Mecca. Everyone's looking at us and shit like that. So we're hoping to grow. And we're also hoping to collaborate, man. I'm hoping to collaborate also real soon. Mega Man said, that's right. Nothing but fist bumps in the air. And we got Miss Gangsta Piggy. She's another day oneer. Of course, you see the rents right there. I just watched the Forever Purge. Crazy. Okay, that's right, amiga. That's right. I just got a new screen, a 75-inch. I got to set that up. I got a lot of things to do, you guys. But again, I appreciate you guys. I'm out. I believe, was it the Hater World going to come on tonight? Tune in to Hood Stocks on Sunday at 5 o'clock. I think Loca or Menace. I forget which one of the two. I think I saw both is going to be on Hood Stocks. That's Sunday at 5 o'clock. I think Hater World is doing music over there. Shout out to him. Shout out to all the Chicano channels. Shout out to all the Chicano pages, you guys. Do me a favor. If you like the video or any video, hit the thumbs up. Or you can hit the chinga tu madre. That's good as well. I don't get offended. No, don't worry about that. You could also hit the hype button on any video that you like. If you hit that hype button, I will know that's the content I'm going to keep going down on because this is your channel. This is not just my channel. This is your channel. This is Chicano Street and live on Chicano Tube. You guys, I'm tapping back in with the familia. I'm out. Enjoy the weekend. It's still Mexican Heritage Month all the way into Los Magos Reyes, January 6th. Grab some champurrado, grab some tamales, hug your wife, hug your children, Tell them you love them. And we're going to stay exposing these frauds and stay right on their neck. Gente, I'm out. Enjoy the weekend. But remember what I always say, beautiful linda raza. Remember what I always say. In the end, all you got is the memories.